Stocks are surging at a level that we haven't seen in a number of years. So let's go ahead and talk about the top superstar stocks for 2024. Hey, I'm Luke Downey. I am going over our latest insights piece, and it's a great one. You can find this over at mapsignals.com, where we follow the data instead of the headlines. And listen, we have been super bullish. As a reminder, we told you in middle of October that stocks surge out of oversold conditions. Interest rates were at record highs, and we saw some of the weakest breath ever. And this is what we showed you. We said to expect a month from now stocks to be up 8%, and 3 months 15.9%. Now, listen, we did get very close to that with this latest rally, but what is going on now suggests we've got even bigger upside in 2024. So what's the big news? Well, the big news is that the Fed has finally pivoted. They are going to, or at least they are indicating that they're going to start reducing interest rates. That sent a level of buying in stocks that we have not seen since the pandemic. And you can see that in this easy to understand chart, right? You've got the green bars, those are the number of stocks getting bought. And then red, that's the number of stocks getting sold. Now, when you see this level of buying, right, since the pandemic, that's telling you that there is forced buying happening, right? There's a lot of people on the sidelines that are loving their money market funds as they watch the stock market go up day after day. So there's a lot of FOMO hitting the market. Lots of stuff is getting bought, but whenever we talk about superstar stocks, you got to focus on the sector where they are found. When we look at the number of stocks that got bought, right, just about 509 names, 22% or 111 financial stocks were bought. That is off the charts, okay? So we know that there is a huge appetite for financial stocks, which I believe is going to be the next superstar sector. But stay with me for a moment. If we go back in time and we look since 2020, all of the days when we had record inflows like we're witnessing right now in the financial sector, you've got 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? What happens going forward? That's what we want to know. Does that mean that stocks are set for doom and gloom? Actually, we went and we did a nice cool back test, and here's what we found. On days where 65 or more financial stocks were bought over the past 10 years, XLF, this is the financials ETF, it's basically flat a week later. 1 month, it's up 1.7. 3 months later, it's up 8.3% on average. 6 months later, it's up 13.8%. And 12 months later, listen, I know people can't even fathom 12 months from now, but you have to when it comes to stocks. 28.9% is the estimated return. And you can see that over that year time frame, not once has XLF been negative. So this extreme buying does not foreshadow death and despair. It's more about life. Here's another way to show you why this is so awesome. These blue bars are signaling those rare institutional buy days. Okay, so we culled together the 1% biggest buy days, and then we plotted out the forward returns comparing the XLF normal returns. You want to see something off the charts, just look at this. It just towers the returns on a 3-month, 6-month, 9, and yearly basis compared to the average. So again, what do we know up to this point? The Fed, they pivoted. They said interest rates are going lower. That is very, very beneficial to financials companies, right? They can start originating mortgages. Yield curves start steepening. A lot of positives start to happen with the financial sector. So what else do we know about the financial stock sector is we know that the 12-month performance of the S&P 500, you look at the sectors, post the final rate hike, right? And we're saying the final rate hike was back in July of this year. The financial sector on average since 1994 jumps 30%. It is by far the highest returning sector over the past 30 years. This is very, very bullish setup. And this is why whenever you're looking at some of these RSIs and you're seeing some of these overbought indicators, you really got to take in the full macro picture. And that's what we're doing at Map Signals. And we're highlighting the actual stocks that are getting scooped up with great fundamentals. We're putting that out for our subscribers. So if you are looking for some awesome stocks to consider for 2024, make sure to sign up for a Map Signal subscription. You guys stay bullish. Have a great holiday and Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys soon.